Like, even if it's just
we've never seen Alderaan,
like a 20-minute like little part of the story, and it's just to show us this is Alderaan, this is the planet that gets blown up in A New Hope, this is where Leia is from.
Show us the faces of the people that get blown up.
This is where the rebellion like has its roots.
Exactly.
Like, it's a big part of the story.
And that could also be a reason why Tarkin, like, not that he needed a reason because he's a bad guy. Yeah. But another
his ex-girlfriend lives on Alderaan.
No. It's like, oh, it's not there. I'm gonna blow it up anyway. Yeah. No, but you know what I mean. What I'm trying to say is like, it could just be another reason why, even if she gave him the information he wanted, he still blew it up because maybe he found out or knew about the rebellion being formed.
Yeah.
On Alderaan.
Yeah. We're fine. We're all fine here. No, thank you. How are you?
Hello. Welcome back to the Punch It Chewie Podcast, episode 6 now.
Yes.
Return of the podcast, like Silva said. Oh my gosh. No, yeah. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah, same. I think we all are.
Yeah. We had the Magic, the Kamigawa pre-release. So
yeah.
I don't know if we have any Magic the Gathering fans, Magic the Gathering fan listeners, players. I don't know how to.
I don't know if any of our listeners play Magic.
There we go. See, she knows how to speak English.
I write the captions for everything, in case you were wondering.
Well, I just need to paint pretty pictures. That's all I need to do.
Oh my god!
But that was fun, exhausting but fun.
Yeah, dude. There's just something about opening, like, not like mystery boxes, but like when you don't know what you're gonna get. Like when you open a pack of cards, it's like, you have no idea what you're gonna get, and you think you're gonna get some like insane card. You probably don't, but like, I don't know that whatever that emotion is, like, we are addicted to it.
For me, that.
Yeah.
But I could not be a collector or be into anything. You just slap Japanese art into anything, I'll buy it. I'll buy it. Oh, Beanie Babies, but it has a samurai outfit. True fan right here, like super fake fan, whatever. I'll buy it.
No, the artwork on this set was so beautiful, and what I really appreciate about Magic is that on every single card, the artist is listed at the bottom. So it's not like, oh, you're just doing this for, what do they call it? Exposure. Or, oh, if you go on the website and you go to this, like, this category, you can see the artist. No, it's like on the actual card, it has the artist's name. So I really appreciate that.
No, exactly.
Thank you, Magic.
It is a very, like, Magic has, it's funny because when you really look at the fandom, it's like there's so many different facets of, like, different types of fans, I guess you could say. Like, there's the fans that just collect the cards
because they're pretty,
because of the artwork.
But then the crazy thing is, it's a multi-generational game.
Oh yeah, now it is.
It came out in 1993, I believe. Don't quote me. But we're new to Magic, so if we don't get these dates right, it's Silva's fault. No, they're gonna send us straight to the fire, like. Oh my god! But no, it's I guess it has a long span, and so you get people. You're like, you see an adult, you're like, he must be here for some comics,
or like his kids are here to play.
His kids are here. Exactly.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
No, it's cool because it's like our generation, like a little bit older, of these people that have been playing Magic since they came out. They probably started playing
in high school in the 90s.
In the 90s, exactly.
Which is rad.
Yeah, and then now they have kids, and we're gonna have kids soonish.
Yeah.
It's like, it's crazy.
That's gonna be so fun, like
playing Magic with our kids.
Oh my god! Like taking a little kid to a comic shop. Like, I can't wait to see that.
Our little
experience.
Kids, yeah. Not just a random little.
We're just gonna kidnap a child, run to the nearest comic shop. I'll buy you a pop.
Use that van you used to take to your shows. And
Oh my God.
Slap it with
Oh my god.
free comics and
That's
pins.
different. That's a different thing entirely.
Oh god.
We're gonna get flagged for that one. My
This
god.
is a joke.
It's a joke. Yeah,
It's
we're
a joke.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be. I can't wait to do that. Like, I mean, it was my favorite thing growing up was like when we'd go to comic. Like, my dad would take me to comic shop.
Okay, here I
It's still my favorite
have a
thing.
question for you because I think this is really interesting. So, I've talked about it on like one episode before, I think, but that my dad's like super into cars and like classic cars and then the model kits and all that. So like my dad has always been obsessed with cars.
Yeah.
But my brother has never ever shown an interest, even in the slightest, in cars.
Like car culture.
Like he doesn't care. Like it doesn't do anything for him. So what I'm asking you is, what if our kids don't like
disowned.
Star Wars?
I will disown them. No.
I just
Here first, folks.
I just don't think it would be possible.
No, I don't think-
for our kids to not like Star Wars.
Honestly,
like it's our whole life, so it's like all they will know.
No, yeah, I don't know.
What I mean?
It'd be weird, but I'd be like, okay, well, whatever. At
What
least
if
they're
they
not
love
gonna play-
Star Trek?
At least, okay, then they'll be just.
Then they're
disowned.
traitors.
They're traitors. Yeah. No. Well, I mean, like, it's also like, okay, at least I don't have to buy more Star Wars stuff.
At least I don't have to
Like,
share my collection with my
also
little
that-
kid.
Let me twist that question. What if they're true fans, but they don't like Luke Skywalker? Like they love it, but they just don't connect to it, and they're like, kick them
Well,
off.
here's the thing. The way that, like, they're gonna watch the movies right. You know, like they're gonna watch. I'm gonna put on.
So
This
episode
is-
3,
this
then
is
episode 3, then
tradition.
episode 3, then
Oh
episode
yeah.
3.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Then
Good.
that's it.
In
6
that
times.
order.
No.
9 times.
They're watching 6. They're watching episodes 4, 5, and 6 first, right?
You have to. You have to
no,
watch it in the way they were
Wait
released.
10 years. Then we can wait 10 years.
And wait 10 years until they can fully understand.
Until they understand politics well enough to understand the plot of the Phantom Menace.
I watched the Phantom Menace. Oh, sorry, I unplugged this. I watched the Phantom Menace when I was 3 years old, and
Which is
I loved
the
it.
prime,
I loved it.
the prime age to enjoy Jar Jar.
Yeah, I have a picture too. I remember taking the pictures because I was so excited.
You took the picture, or you remember getting a picture taken?
Yeah, getting the picture taken.
Oh, okay, I was like, you had a camera?
Here we go. Anyway. Which, by the way, yeah, I had like little
So you did
cameras.
have a camera.
I
So I'm
did.
not stupid for saying that.
Is it that OG like 90s Kodak? Like
Yeah.
reel it
Those little
in.
Polaroids.
No, I remember my dad did get me because my dad was like obsessed with cameras.
Yeah, he was.
Like he had ridiculous collection of like lenses and these Nikons.
He was like a nerd about cameras.
Oh yeah. Like how I'm a nerd about Star Wars, he's a nerd about like his
Gadgets
and like
Yeah.
camera, like technology, right?
Future.
He doesn't he doesn't know how they work or like how to make them.
Oof.
But he's obsessed with getting them and playing with them
Yeah.
and shit like that.
Yeah.
But so like, when we'd go on like a trip or something, he got, not every time, but like he got me a camera for when we would go on trips.
Oh,
and
that's
stuff.
fun.
And like a little,
That's cool because it's
a
like
little
from
digital
your like
camera.
perspective.
Exactly. also the DS had cameras on
Oh
them. So like
my god. If
So-
you have a DS right now, go dig it out of your closet
And look at the pictures
for
you
the
took.
photos because it's such a surreal experience. It'll literally transport you back to when you took that photo.
I did that like maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
Because I found like my Nintendo DS XL
Yeah.
The fat ones. And I played with that a lot.
There's like baby pictures of Chuck on there.
They're like
he was
and there's
tiny.
yeah,
it's legit a time capsule.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's really weird, but it was so funny because I was like, what was I doing? Like,
and that was like, that was before you took photos to like really share with anyone, you know? That was like just for you. Like,
just for you. Yeah.
You're like, I'm at my grandma's house and I'm bored, so I'm going to take some selfies on my DS.
No, yeah. Well, it was funny because that year, I only did it, I only have pictures from when we like went somewhere. Like I wasn't taking pictures at home and stuff. Yeah. But that year we had gone to, I think it was Chicago, where they have wherever they have the science fiction museum, which I'm pretty sure is Chicago. But we went there and they had like a whole like Star Wars exhibit.
Oh, that's cool.
It was really, really cool. And I was taking pictures. It wasn't just Star Wars though. It was like a big chunk of it was Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know. But there was also like the classic, those cheesy sci-fi alien movies from like the 50s.
That's cool.
Like Body Snatchers and like This Island Earth and like all those movies, and they had like all the props from those movies. And like I also like, so my dad and I used to, whenever we had like a day to, you know, be bums,
just hang out,
he'd always like to put on like cheesy movies.
Yeah.
Like it was like cheesy movie time, right?
Yeah.
And we'd watch like 2 or 3 in like one sitting.
Yeah.
And
Triple
it was
feature.
Exactly. And it was always either like Creature from the Black Lagoon, like all like those it was either those classic Universal monster
like
movies.
Monsters, yeah.
Or it was those classic alien movies. And it was anywhere from those 1950s ones to the 80s ones, like Close Encounters.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it could be that, or like Godzilla movies.
Yeah.
Like that was my favorite. That was my favorite.
Like anything, all cheesy movies.
Yeah. Because my dad,
all genres.
My dad loved Star Wars too. But also like he wasn't trying to watch it all the time.
Yeah.
Like I would watch it all the time.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Recite it line for line.
Yeah, exactly. And I had the comics and like, you know, the novels and stuff. So like I would do that on my time.
Yeah.
But also it's like we didn't have like 20 TVs in the house. It was like one TV.
Yeah, you kind of had to watch whatever your dad put on. Yeah.
So if I wanted to be in the living room and my dad was there, he wouldn't just like watch his thing. If it was like football or something, like or like boxing or like a late night show that he was watching, I'd still watch that stuff because it was like, you know, whatever, it was my dad's watching it. But if nothing was on, he'd be like, let's put on a cheesy movie. Right.
That's cool.
So that was always fun.
Yeah.
And then so going to that museum was really cool. I didn't even know it existed.
That's even more fun when
exactly.
You're like not expecting anything and then you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. And it was really, really, there was also like a rock and roll museum, and it wasn't the Hall of Fame because that's in like no, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is
Tennessee, I think.
Yeah, I think it's like Tennessee or something.
Nashville, I think.
But yeah, there was also like a rock and roll museum, and so we went to both of them. And so like on the DS, I have pictures of like everything from the sci-fi museum, everything from the rock and roll museum.
That's cool.
And like there's a picture I have. It's like this whole wall of like electric guitars.
Ooh.
And they're just like kind of like one's right side up, one's upside down, and they're kind of like fit like perfectly in like a pattern.
That's cool.
It was really cool, and like they had like part of Jimi Hendrix's collection or something, guitar collection. It was really cool. Yeah. It was really, really cool. I want to go back so bad.
Is it still there?
It should be. I don't think it was like a temporary thing. It was like a
permanent exhibit. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was Chicago. I'm pretty sure this is when I didn't meet George
there's
Lucas.
a lot of oh my god, there's a lot of blues and like rock and roll history in Chicago. So that would make sense if it was Chicago.
Exactly. But yeah, it was really cool. It was really, really cool. And then so I was I'd totally forgotten about that entire like experience. I remember the trip.
When you relived it
But,
through
like,
your DS photos.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
I relived it.
I'm about to unlock a memory. Well, I don't know if it was the same for you guys, but when me and my sister had our own DS, and just want to talk smack, or we're in the car ride, right? Your parents get pissed off, and you just want to,
Yeah.
you just want to talk about them. We would use PictoChat.
Oh my god!
God.
PictoChat, I
PictoChat,
remember
and we
that.
just talk smack.
Oh,
Over
just
here, like,
passing
drawing
the
stick
DS
figures.
back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well, no,
god.
the PictoChat, it was like Bluetooth
Oh,
messaging.
okay.
So you could draw like a
And then send it
a middle
to them.
finger and send it to your sister.
That's right. Oh my god. That's funny.
You get it.
Yeah, because
No,
Venry and I
remember
did that.
I remember that.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, I miss PictoChat. We should make an app that's PictoChat.
Oh my! Forget Snapchat.
Forget Snapchat,
It's
it's
Why don't they just
PictoChat.
add it to the Switch for nostalgia purposes?
Right?
Like,
It's like really bad, like
Exactly.
graphics, like.
exactly. Oh wait, no,
super limited.
The iPhone added that.
Really?
They added like a feature where
Oh,
you
that's
can
right. You
draw,
can like.
and no one's
Yeah.
using it. I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah.
Never mind, that's a bad app idea. We'll lose everything.
Or we just bring back the DS, like we just. Like how people are obsessed with Pokemon, like the first generation trading
Yeah.
cards right now. It's like,
a real life Pokedex or something. It's
Right.
Speaks or
Dude.
something. Oh
Right.
My God.
can we just like go to another planet? Because
Yeah.
I'm kind of tired of this one.
Let's go.
Trying to catch Pokemon.
Where would you go if you could pick a planet?
Any
Star
planet
Wars.
or Star Wars planet?
Let's say Star Wars, and then maybe we can say any planet after.
Depends on the timeline. Like, is it
During
during the Empire, or
let's
is
think
it
about
like
it. Let's think about it.
we have
Like
rights?
Alderaan and then
Yeah.
Let's say this is
Post Empire.
post Empire. Are we gonna do canon or legends?
I guess canon.
Canon. All right, canon. Post Empire, post First Order. Let's say like it's 150 years after all the, there's peace.
Okay.
There's peace.
There's peace.
Let's say that.
So I can enjoy wherever I'm going.
Yeah, sure.
And I can only pick one.
Yes.
Okay. Got one shot. Honestly?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, if I only get to go to one planet and it's like, this is real, I'd say Coruscant. Because, like, there's so much history there.
Yeah.
That, like, if you were going to go to a Star Wars planet, I mean, I'm a nerd, obviously. So, like, I'd want to actually go to those museums, like, go to the Jedi Temple.
exactly.
Like, I'd want to go there as, like, a full-on tourist. I would be on the bus tour. Like, I'd have the little microphone headset thing.
Yep.
Like, I'd be eating it up, you know?
Yeah. You
So,
know we
like-
live in like the lowest level, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no
Yeah.
way. If
Yeah.
New York is as expensive as it is,
Oh, no.
there's no way
Yeah.
we would live anywhere near the top.
But like just
But
I
that's
don't know,
okay,
just to like that's fine with me. Just to feel like the energy there,
Yeah.
like of like
Yeah.
like how you're saying when you go to New York, it's like, oh my god, like the city's literally buzzing
Yeah.
with like energy.
Imagine walking up to the Jedi Temple.
Dude, I would ugly cry. I'd be like, this is where Anakin killed all the young ones.
No, yeah.
Like the Senate building, like the Jedi Temple.
Dex's Diner.
I was just gonna say, like, even like the regular stuff, like the
I wanna-
everyday stuff. Like, go to a bar on Coruscant.
I
That
wanna
would
go
be
for the
so
food.
cool.
I want to go for the food.
The street food,
Street food.
dude.
Imagine.
Imagine a hot dog on Coruscant.
Because also Coruscant is like the mecca, right? Of like,
Yeah,
it's like the center of the universe,
yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
So it's like,
You
it's
get to
very
experience
diverse.
a little bit of everything.
It's very
Mhm.
diverse. So it's like,
It's like a melting pot.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
imagine all of the different, races
Mhm.
and species of aliens and like,
Yeah. All the different cultures.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
all the different cultures that you would, because we've only seen like certain parts of Coruscant, right?
Yeah.
So it's like we can't even and the whole planet is a city.
Yeah, that's
and,
crazy.
And the whole under the freaking
yeah,
top,
there's like
so many levels.
many people.
So
on
it's
that
like
planet.
exactly. There's it's just the the lifeless, barely beating heart of the planet, and then the rest is
vibing,
populated.
What's your planet, Eric?
Oh, that's literally always my answer is Coruscant.
Copying me? Well, that's good because then we would
vibe.
We would live on Coruscant.
I'm between two.
Okay.
I'm a beach kind of vibe, so either Kashyyyk at the coast
with the Wookiees.
That would be fun.
So hopefully they don't rip my arms out. But knowing myself, and I'll probably talk him into it.
You'd probably walk into the wrong little
area
and get eaten by something. You'd get there's
But I was already born in the wrong area, Tijuana, and that's like no. So it's like no, the same thing.
He'd walk up in the wrong neighborhood and just
what are you doing
or
here?
Scarif, it's the same thing. It's just like super beachy. Like
I would like to vacation there.
Yeah.
I think that would be.
It's the bungalow.
That would be cool.
That would be awesome.
I'd like to vacation on Naboo.
Yeah.
On the beaches.
Yeah, Naboo is definitely like I would say my second choice. Because if I got to go to multiple worlds, I would go to Naboo. But like, just to experience Star Wars, like it's real. Like, I'm experiencing it myself. Coruscant.
Yeah. No, yeah. If I could go to one planet, it would be Coruscant. Yeah. But if I was gonna go live in the Star Wars galaxy, I guess
pick a beachy
I would
planet.
live on Naboo and visit wherever I wanted to go.
Yeah.
You know? Like I'd visit Coruscant.
You posh like mother.
if money and like this is strictly. I mean,
credits
we're not gonna actually go.
San Francisco, right? Like expensive as hell.
It's like
Coruscant.
No, Naboo.
Naboo is like Italy, I would say.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. At least you're very.
Yeah, so it's like it would depend on where you live. Like anywhere there's the super expensive places, and then there's like more moderate.
I mean, I'd live in an apartment. Like, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I don't need a palace.
I don't need a palace.
Just to be there.
Okay, second round of question.
Yeah.
What would be your day-to-day drive?
What do you mean?
Your vehicle.
Oh. Like, do we get a ship, like a spaceship?
Like to go off-world or like
so
on
it's either
the planet?
Road only or ship. It has to be one vehicle only.
Okay. But we can pick like a space. It's not just like I have to get a speeder for the planet. Oh,
literally, you can be creepy, not creepy.
A star destroyer.
You can really be like an AT-AT just because.
Yeah. No, I would definitely get like a ship.
Oh, I know what I want.
Like at least like a 2-person ship that has like a hyperdrive, like capabilities to go wherever you want.
If it's just me, I would want like a Jedi starfighter. Like I love the look of the the Jedi starfighters, and like I could like paint it, like custom paint it and stuff, like make it really cool. But that wouldn't be like a practical car or practical ship for like groceries and other people being in it with me. But like just an everyday ship, I would love a Jedi starfighter.
I think I would go with like a freighter. I think because look, if Han Solo has the Millennium Falcon, like he's
okay,
broke.
but he
like he's not living in luxury.
Yeah. Okay, that depends on like if I wanna be traveling a lot, or if I'm like mostly on world, and then when I have to leave, I use my Jedi starfighter. You know, but if I'm flying around all the time, I would want something like you said, like the Falcon, because then you can like actually be comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I really like the ship from Shadows of the Empire, Dash Rando's ship, the YT 1200, I think, or 2400.
I have no idea.
I think it's a 2400.
RAM? 2400?
Let me look it. But yeah, so that ship is beautiful. Let me look it up real quick. Yeah, YT 2400.
Oh, that one.
Oh my God, look at this.
Is it big? Like the Falcon?
It's like a newer model of the Falcon.
Okay.
So it is like the Falcon.
It's kind of funny looking though.
It is, but it's kind of hot.
I don't like the asymmetry of it. I'm not gonna lie.
Like if I'm not gonna pick the Falcon, like I would pick the Falcon, but I'm like
that's like what everyone would pick.
That's what everyone would pick.
Yeah.
And like,
that's fair.
if you're gonna hand me the Falcon, the Millennium Falcon,
I'm not gonna say no.
Silva just shit on us.
Ooh.
Actually, yeah, that's really cool. The freaking Rogue Shadow.
Yeah, this is
that's pretty
my
sexy,
vehicle of
I'm not gonna
choice.
lie.
Yeah, that is a really cool
my
ship.
God,
Very
yes.
sleek. It's
a
like a
really cool
Tesla, but a spaceship.
Pretty much. Looks so awesome.
That's cool.
Oh,
It's also
so
giving
clean.
like Batmobile.
Yeah, it's like a bulked up TIE fighter, and I love it.
She thick.
She's thick.
That's cool.
No, yeah, I absolutely love that ship. I totally forgot it existed. But no, I think I'd still stick with either the Falcon or this.
Yeah.
The YT-24. Because I would want something with space, you know? Like,
yeah, that's
if I'm going
fair.
to be traveling
Yeah, you don't want to be like
across the
claustrophobic.
galaxy,
Yeah.
space,
Yeah.
I need a restroom, a bed.
That is true. I didn't think about that. That is very
Here,
important.
how about we do this? We
Okay.
we group our two choices, so like, we're gonna go together, right?
I'm going to
Hand me
find
that.
Anakin.
All right, then I'll go find Mara Jade.
You wouldn't.
What I'm saying is, we could do one like a, you know.
We have like our minivan, and then we have like our single car.
Well, what I'm saying is like we could get this, and then this could carry like our speeder for like land.
Yeah. I can see that.
So for going like short distances, because imagine taking this to the freaking supermarket, going to Ralph's.
The whole Walmart parking lot is just dedicated to your freaking
Exactly.
ship.
Or you just land on the roof,
Oh my god.
and then you go down
Just
the
gonna
fire.
pop in real quick. Dude, how much do they spend on gas?
I really don't know.
Like we
what
think
the-
about like, oh, he's a Hummer, like that's a
Yeah.
gas guzzler. Like
I mean, the
I guess like an airplane, right?
I really
Well,
don't-
no, a spaceship.
no, it's like, I mean, it can't be that, you know, hard to. Can't be that difficult to acquire.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, again, literally just think about Han Solo. How does he afford?
Yeah.
You know, like
I guess
'cause also
gas prices are cheap.
We're also thinking about this, like, you know, if we had a spaceship here, it would be like $1 billion for a tank of gas.
Yeah. But they're so far advanced that it's just like
Yeah, this is
gas for your car.
Yeah.
It's just gas for your ship. Yeah.
It's like yeah, exactly. Like the Falcon, it's like a car out of the junk shop
Yeah.
that he
Yeah.
souped up. He's not driving anything luxurious.
Yeah.
It's cool to us because it's the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
But there, it's like
They're like, what is that?
you could
piece
have
of- that jalopy.
yeah, you could have a Nubian. All chrome. What are you doing with this
Oh my
piece of junk?
God.
Right?
Okay, so I recently went back on Twitter, and it's been interesting. Obviously, Twitter can be either a very fun place to meet people who think just like you, or it can be kind of horrifying place if you run into people who don't agree with you and are very like nasty about it. But anyways, I am now realizing, like a boomer, that when something drops in Star Wars, like the first place people talk about it and the first place it's reported is Twitter. So I'm like, oh, okay, I should probably,
Get on it.
get on the same page. You know what I mean? So I saw something. I've seen rumors like here and there for like maybe a week or so, and I kind of didn't think anything of it. I was like, it's just rumors. Like people love to post like clickbaity stuff, like just to get people to comment or click or whatever, right? But then I'm starting to see it more and more now that I'm like, okay, I think this is actually going to happen, or it's very likely that it's going to happen. So I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Star Wars is reportedly planning a new post-sequel trilogy about the Jedi Order. And apparently Rey is going to be like essentially starting a new Jedi Order. Yeah.
Look. So this is like confirmed, or
it's not
like,
confirmed, but a lot of trustworthy reporters or people that report on Star Wars, a lot of people are like, okay, this is looking more and more like it is going to happen.
Yeah. Not that I don't want to see that, at all. That's not it at all. It's just like the experience with the sequel trilogy was very, both in the movies and then outside of
like in the fandom
community, in the fandom. Yeah. It was rough for both sides of either you loved it or you hated it. For both sides it was rough, right?
Yeah.
Especially for the actors, even the ones that people liked, like like Adam Driver doesn't go to Celebration. You know, Adam Driver's not like, oh yeah, I want to go hang out with my Star Wars fans. Because he knows we're crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, I don't want to say it's not true.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's very, because also you have to remember, John Boyega wasn't very happy with how they treated his character. Because they really did waste Finn's character. They 100% wasted his character. He should have had. They
promoted the movies as if he was gonna have a more prominent role, and he didn't.
So, like, as a fan of the originals first, then the prequels, and then the sequels. Personally, for me, I would have wanted to see the 7, 8, and 9 be this that they're saying.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
But not Rey. I wanted to see Luke Skywalker. I wanted to see Luke Skywalker restart the Jedi Temple.
And Rey could have been a Padawan. She could have been a student at his school. And we could have followed her story there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, she could have been introduced in like a lot of different ways, and it could have been, honestly, even if it was the same story that we got in 7, 8, and 9, if 7, 8, and 9 had been shifted to episodes 10, 11, and 12.
Yeah.
But the 7, 8, and 9, and I'm sure 100% we already have talked about this previously on the podcast, is it would have meant everything to all Star Wars fans if we had gotten the trilogy of, Luke Skywalker being Grandmaster Luke, Leia being Chancellor Leia, Supreme Chancellor Leia, seeing the new Republic, seeing the new Jedi Order in full swing with our heroes from the original movies.
And then the next generation.
Like, they fought so hard and sacrificed so much for that very reason. To have a fresh start, to have another chance. And we never got to see it.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, for them to be like, oh, we're going to make a trilogy about, Rey starting the new Jedi Order. Like, yeah, I'll watch it. I'm sure it'll be good because now it's like completely detached from the original characters. It's going to be their own story. It's like, yeah, I'll watch it, but it's like you realize
you're not excited.
You realize you were supposed to give me this before. Yeah. This is what you should have given us with Luke, Han, and Leia.
While they still could.
Now they can't.
Yeah.
Because Carrie is gone. Exactly. And we miss her. So it's like we can't get that. But it's like, I mean, I can see it. I think that is where these characters will shine.
Yeah.
I think that is where these characters will really, earn their place, because they really pushed so hard to give these characters their own spotlight, but they were competing with Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Princess Leia.
And Darth Vader that
they mentioned once.
But still, Kylo's like whole bit is that
is like,
he wants to be Vader.
Yeah, he's wannabe Vader. No, yeah, but see what?
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking
it was
about?
like, yeah, it was almost like they didn't really have a chance.
No, they really didn't. Like, look,
Yeah.
and I'll say it again. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm never gonna be, talking down on sequel trilogy fans.
Yeah.
I'm never talking down on you. I'm never shaming you for liking it, because I understand that there's each generation has their Star Wars. Even if you're not even if like you are not this generation, like like Chuck, like his generation. Even if you're not like a Gen Zer, that's not what I mean. I mean like a generation of Star Wars fan.
Like this is what introduced you to Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. If this is what introduced you to Star Wars,
these were the movies you saw in theater first.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I will never downplay the fact that these movies may have inspired you. These movies may have helped you through hard times. That these movies may have, been there for you when no one else was. Yeah. Right? I will never deny that, because I know for a fact that these movies have done that for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But the originals did that for me. Mm-hmm. The prequels did that for me. More so the originals. Yeah. The original, because I watched that first, and I was still growing up when the prequels came out. Yeah. So they were so it's like I grew up with that, but the original trilogy. I relate most
the original
with the original trilogy. Yeah. I watched that first before even, episode 1 came out. Mm-hmm. Also yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't discredit the sequels.
Yeah.
Because I know that as it doesn't matter how I feel about them, it doesn't matter how I think about them. Mm-hmm. That is not going to change.
Yeah.
It was there, and there's also children. It's not just adults that identify that maybe, the sequels are what brought them into the Star Wars fandom or whatever. Mm-hmm. There's also children that are growing up and that their first Star Wars movie was Episode 7.
Yeah.
Or Episode 8 or Episode 9.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's children that are going to grow up and say, oh my God, yeah, that's the Star Wars trilogy that I grew up with.
That's what's going to be nostalgic for
exactly
them.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. So there's these movies mean a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But that is why I think I have such a big issue with them, is because that was, for me, that is what the original trilogy was.
Yeah.
For me.
Mm-hmm.
And these characters and their lessons and their their sacrifice, their story, their everything. Mm-hmm. So it's that's what we were waiting for. After Episode 6, when it ends, it's that's what you're waiting for.
Yeah.
You're waiting
what
for
happens to them?
Exactly what happens.
Now that they're free from the Empire, mm-hmm. and they've dealt with their family stuff, and
mm-hmm.
Now that they can start their lives.
Yeah. And
start their families,
yeah, and
felt like we didn't get to see that.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. Exactly. And Luke spends 3 movies learning to be a Jedi, not just how to use the Force. He's not learning how to use the Force. He's not just learning how to wield the lightsaber. He's learning how to be a Jedi. Mm-hmm. That's what he wants to do. That is what he's set out to do.
Yeah.
And not just that, once he meets Yoda, it's okay, well, you're the last hope for the Jedi Order to survive. It's they specifically put that on him for, okay, yes,
it's literally up to you.
We are going to teach you, but
you got to do it.
You now have to rebuild the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
And and he wasn't the last hope. We still had Leia, and in the comics we see her become a Jedi trained by Luke, right? Mm-hmm. So it's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just that was what was being built up so much. Not the only thing. There was a lot of points to the original trilogy, but that was one of the biggest things. Was okay, after this, Luke is going on to rebuild the Jedi, and Leia is going to focus on, rebuilding,
the
Republic, and all these things.
Yeah, my biggest problem, I guess, and I don't know how to say it, but I just wish that the sequels were planned out. That is my biggest issue with them, because
I think they jumped into it.
I liked
too soon.
I liked the story. I liked the characters. I liked the setting. I liked the idea of what they were trying to do.
Yeah, exactly.
But the execution, I think, was not there because they were not all on the same page.
Yeah.
So now I think it makes it even harder for them to want to continue that storyline, because it's okay, so are we going off of what JJ was trying to do, or are we going off of what Ryan was trying to do, or are we doing something completely different?
Yeah.
Which will be nothing nothing like the sequels. And I don't know, I just feel with how controversial the trilogy was, I just feel even if this sequel to the sequels is really good, I feel it's not gonna get the love it deserves, just because of how crazy it was with the sequel trilogy. I don't know. So I have mixed feelings about it.
So this is also I'm getting even more riled up, because it's okay, so you're telling me you were gonna make a trilogy after your sequels anyway.
But I don't think they were.
Okay, but I doubt that.
No, because you think they always wanted to do 6
I think they always wanted to do it, because I don't think they would see what a mess it was and then be we want to make more. You know what I mean?
So you think this was always the plan?
100%. Because they also said very early on, after acquiring Star Wars, that there was going to be Star Wars movies and projects along with Marvel, forever. They literally said, we're never going to stop making Star Wars and Marvel movies.
But the Skywalker saga, or
Well, it doesn't matter, because this rumored trilogy is connected to the Skywalker saga.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm sorry, honestly, sure, she's a Skywalker because she says she is, but in my honest opinion, she shouldn't be. She should be a Solo. It doesn't make sense why she would take the name Skywalker when Ben was not a Skywalker. Leia was not a Skywalker. She never went by that name.
Yeah.
And even if she accepted it, she never wanted that name, because that was the name of her father that she despised.
Yeah.
She was Organa Solo. She was either Organa or Solo, but she was both.
Yeah.
She was Leia Organa Solo.
Yeah.
And she was never a Skywalker. The only connection she has is by blood. And Luke was not a mentor to Rey in the slightest.
He was leave me alone.
He was negative, and he was leave me alone.
Yeah.
Didn't he taught her maybe one thing, and he was still upset about it.
Yeah.
And the only real mentors to Rey were Han Solo and Leia, which she really was. She taught her for a year.
Yeah.
How to be, about the Jedi and the Force, right?
Mm-hmm.
If anyone was her mentor, it was Leia.
Yeah.
Who was a Solo.
Yeah. No,
I
see.
And then is not just about Han and Leia. Ben is literally now living inside of her.
Yeah. His life force.
His life force is inside of her. He is a Solo. He is not a Skywalker.
Yeah.
The only connection is by blood. But he's not a Skywalker. He's a Solo.
Yeah.
So it's
if she was gonna take someone's name.
If she's gonna take anybody's name, and if they had a romantic relationship, even if it was for 5 minutes, she loved him and he loved her or whatever. Yeah. She's why wouldn't
if Ben lived, they would have gotten married probably, and then she would have become a Solo.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying.
Like, do you see my frustration with this? It's not. Oh, she's a Palpatine.
Yeah, it's not that we don't want her to have anything to do with the family. It's just like if she's gonna take a name, it should probably be the name of the people that she was closest to.
Look me in the eye and tell me. They didn't just go, I'm Rey Skywalker, because they realized in the last movie that it was the Skywalker saga, and it ended up without any Skywalkers. All the Skywalkers are dead. All the Skywalkers are dead. And if your response to me after saying the only way Leia and Ben are Skywalkers is by blood, is like, what do you mean the only way? Then they're Skywalkers. Then if Rey is a freaking Palpatine by blood, then she's not a Skywalker.
She's a Palpatine.
She's a Palpatine.
What if Luke had a secret baby mama? Oh,
Mara Jade could be out there with, Ben Skywalker. Well, no, there's Ben. So you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But
okay,
look, I'm not.
Here is where I think maybe they could bring the two sides of the fandom back together, and a lot of people have been talking about this, and with how important this new character is, I can see it. A lot of people are saying that maybe Grogu will be a part of this next trilogy, and he will be like Yoda. Like, he will be maybe not the Grand Master, maybe that would be Rey, but that he would be a part of the
in that case,
Jedi Order.
Then Rey should be dead, and everyone in that generation should be dead, and it should be 150 years after, where Grogu is older and is actually like an adult, speaking like an adult and a Jedi Master or whatever. I'm not saying like kill Rey. I'm just saying, if you're really gonna do this, do it like say 300 years, 400, like far away.
Yeah, like let's hit the reset.
You know
button.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like.
But I think they really want to have Rey as like the main character, so that's where it's like.
And I'm still fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm still fine with that. All I'm like, my only gripe, and I'm gonna get it out now because this is where I get it out, right? Is if you were gonna give us 6 new movies anyway, tied to the Skywalker saga, then I don't see the point in not giving us 7, 8, and 9 as. With the setting being the New Republic, the New Jedi Order in full swing.
Yeah, and then how it falls.
Like
and
how
the prequels.
And the rise of Kylo Ren, the fall of the New Jedi Order, and then the 7, 8, and 9 we got should have been 10, 11, and 12.
Yeah.
If you were gonna do it anyway.
No, I agree with that 100%.
And that's all I'm saying. If you were gonna give us 6 movies anyway, that's how they should have been. And I would have happily have waited as long as I had to get episode 7. I think even if you liked the sequels, we can agree they rushed into them. There was no game plan. Yeah. There was no communication.
And it was just
like
the directors wanting to make
their version of Star Wars, which, like, I'm not saying you can't leave your mark, but you had a responsibility.
It shouldn't be apparent in the dialogue about how much you're trying to get rid of the past and bring about your new future.
No. You got, the only reason you got the opportunity to make a Star Wars movie was because of the past. You freaking narcissists. Oof. Was because of the original trilogy, was because of the prequel trilogy. As much as you hated the prequel trilogy, JJ, I'm sorry. Look, I loved JJ.
Yeah.
We watched Lost. I loved the Star Trek movies. I was a big fan of JJ. And after seeing all the stuff about him, like hating the prequels and like trying to push his agenda, and then after what he did with Star Wars, it's like, look, I'm sorry. Like, it's not. You had a responsibility to tell the story. The next chapter
to continue a story that had already been told, and it doesn't matter what your personal feelings about the prequels were. It's the fact of the matter is that it's part of the story. If you don't want people to now say that the sequels aren't canon, you can't act like the prequels weren't canon.
Exactly. It's the biggest double standard in like
one more time
in the Star Wars community, and it's like okay, so. you're just gonna ignore half of the story.
And then especially if you made Palpatine the big baddie
What's
in
funny,
the sequels, is like, well, then you can't forget about the prequels because that's how he rose to power.
And
that's
it's not
such
just
an important
exactly.
part
But look,
in the overall story.
Palpatine was just a scapegoat. That's all it was.
Yeah, that was
that's
like
all he was.
Oh wait,
I was like,
we don't have a villain.
We don't have, we don't know what to do now because Snoke is a nobody. He's dead.
He's not pulling in the numbers.
He's not pulling. Exactly. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? It's like they had to pull all this stuff out of nowhere just to be able to finish the trilogy. Yeah. And it's just like, okay, like, I'm like, yeah, it was cool, I guess. And what's funny is, like, most people that like the prequels only like one.
Yeah.
And most of the time, it's The Last Jedi. They only like The Last Jedi. And they're like, I can do without episode 7, and I can do without episode 9.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, okay, then what was the point? What was the point?
Yeah. Unfortunately, the 3 movies in the sequel trilogy are not cohesive.
No.
There isn't a cohesive story and message.
Yeah. It's
and I'm worried. If they can figure out a way to do it, that would be amazing, and I will be excited. I'm not going to go in like wanting to hate it, but I think it would take a miracle for them to make another trilogy based off of the sequels, I for it to
honestly
do well.
Honestly, I have more hope for this trilogy because these new characters are not going to be competing with the original cast.
That's true.
So that was a big problem with with the sequels, was because there was the original fan, or like, the fans of the original trilogy coming in, and they're like, I want to see Luke pop off, I want to see Han pop off, I want to see the Falcon, I want to see Leia, because that's what they used to sell their movie.
Yeah, The Force Awakens is like
that's what they used to sell the entire thing. And then they're like, you shouldn't want this. Why are you coming in to this movie wanting to see this? Who told you it was going to be this? And I was like, oh, I don't know. Maybe your freaking trailers.
Maybe your marketing.
Maybe like literally everything. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like they had these new characters that I do care about. Like I loved Poe. Absolutely, like Poe's my favorite character.
It felt like they had to put down the original characters to raise up their new characters. That's what broke the fandom apart, because it was like Anakin doesn't take anything away from Vader. No. Obi-Wan doesn't take Obi-Wan in the prequels doesn't take anything away from Obi-Wan in the original trilogy. It adds to it. It adds to the story. It adds to the significance.
Gives you a reason to.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in the sequels, it was like, I don't know. They just.
Yeah.
Didn't.
They were trying to do way too much at once. And then it was 2 directors.
With opposite views of what the trilogy should have
exactly
been. Yeah.
So look, that is all I have to say about that. Like, all I was really trying to say is, if you're going to give us 6 movies anyway, we should have gotten this. And then look, if 7, 8, and 9 were about the New Jedi Order, the New Republic, and the fall of the New Jedi Order and the rise of Kylo Ren, then 10, 11, and 12 were the ones we got, then there could have been even 3 more movies. Like, they still could make this trilogy.
Yeah. Set
later.
Yeah.
And about Rey's new Jedi Order or whatever, but at least we got to see Luke's Jedi Order.
Yeah.
But I don't want to talk about that anymore. I do want to say that this new trilogy, I think, could be really good for the new characters.
I would love to see Rey again. I would love to see Finn, because
I want to see Finn as a Jedi.
I really do. Did not get enough of him or his story.
No, yeah.
I would love to see more of him. I would love to see more of Poe. Like, the characters, I think, in the movies are really strong. It was just...
Yeah.
Something got lost in translation.
Exactly. I don't know. It was just like... They kept showing us how important these characters were and then taking away how important they were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Poe as an example.
Yeah.
Like, amazing pilot, comes in, saves the day in episode 7, absolutely annihilates like all of the freaking stormtroopers on the ground in an X-wing, and like
he was a hero.
He was a hero. And then in episode 8, it's like, oh, you can't just hop in an X-wing and win the war. And it's like, okay, well, didn't your brother blow up the whole Death Star by hopping into an X-wing and freaking destroying the freaking Death Star with an X-wing?
Yeah.
He hopped in an X-wing and pretty much turned the tides of the war.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you're shitting on Poe.
And your brother.
You're diminishing what your brother... Because, like, he didn't just do that once. That's all I'm saying. It's like, I'm even here... Like, I was even going into these movies like, I'm excited for these new characters. And then they were like, they ain't shit!
Yeah.
And smack them down. Like,
really?
What? Okay.
Who am I supposed to be rooting for?
Yeah, who am I excited for?
Yeah.
So anyway, no, I do, if they do make this trilogy, I think it'll be really good for these new characters because they're going to have their own time to shine. They're not going to be competing with Luke Skywalker. They're not going to be competing with Han Solo or with Leia. And we'll probably have Chewie. We're definitely going to have Chewie. We're going to have R2.
Yeah.
3PO still. So we'll still have, that. We'll still have the Falcon. These remnants of, like, the past that they tried so hard to kill. But
I just hope that they have, like, a good plan. Like, I hope all 3 movies are written and set in stone before they start filming. Yep. That's all I ask.
I think they've learned.
And we'll go into it with an open mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so one more thing I wanted to talk about with you guys is that we're getting, like, more and more casting, like, news about the Kenobi series.
Yep.
And we're getting, like, more and more little, like, bits and pieces of information about the show and, like, what it's going to be about.
Yeah.
So obviously every time I hear one of these new things, I'm like, my brain starts going like, okay, like, what does this mean? Like, so I don't know if you saw, but they just confirmed that Jimmy Smits is returning as Bail Organa in the show.
That's right.
And it is rumored that we're going to see Luke and Leia, like young Luke and Leia, which I think they have to be in the show because the whole point of Kenobi going to Tatooine is to watch over Luke.
Yeah.
So that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to interact with each other, but we're definitely going to see Luke, we're going to see Kenobi with his binoculars, like checking out and like seeing what's going on or like, so we're definitely going to see Luke. But now that they've confirmed that Bail is returning, and Ewan said in an interview that the journey is going to start on Tatooine and then end up on a watery planet. Alderaan is a watery planet.
It's like Earth.
It's like Earth. It's like mostly
water. Yeah.
So, and like a lot of people are like, well, what if he goes to Kamino? Doesn't Kamino get blown up in...
Not the planet, but the Tipoca City. Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Gets destroyed.
But
no.
If we get to see Alderaan...
No, look.
I will lose my mind.
If Jimmy Smits is in it, that, since it's been confirmed now, and here, pull up, we actually sent a screenshot of the article real quick. Keep going. Not that one. That's something. There.
Yeah.
So it says... Making Star Wars revealed that Jimmy Smits will be reprising his role as Senator Bail Organa in the Obi-Wan Kenobi limited series coming to Disney Plus in May 2022. Smits was reportedly seen filming material with star Ewan McGregor on set, although the extent of his role is still unclear. This will be Smits' 4th appearance for Lucasfilm after playing Senator Organa in Episode 2 and Episode 3. And there was, I thought
and
we
Rogue
sent,
One.
and Rogue One. I thought we sent in something about Luke and Leia being in it, because I remember it being pretty much confirmed that they're going to be in like the first 3 episodes. And then
it's hard to tell because a lot of people will report something that is not confirmed, but they'll say it's confirmed.
Okay,
so it's hard to like.
These sources are usually very trustworthy, especially from the direct.
Okay.
I've yet to have an instance where I get news from the direct and
it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
Okay.
So whenever I see something from them and they're saying it's confirmed,
yeah, you believe it.
I tend to believe it, and maybe that's wrong, but
it's like a 90% chance.
They haven't let me down yet, so I believe it. And that's where I read it, and if we can find it, we'll put it up on the screen. But if not, take it with a grain of salt if you want. I'm not saying like it's gonna happen, but I'm
very likely.
It's very likely. And what I heard was that Luke and Leia were gonna have prominent roles in like the first 2 or 3 episodes.
Okay.
We don't know how or why, but now they confirmed Jimmy Smits being in the show, which it's like
that makes it seem even more legit.
So like there could be some something where like because Bail reaches out to Obi-Wan in the original like in episode 4.
Yeah, this is why the whole thing
he wasn't able to go, so he sent his daughter.
Yes,
right,
with R2.
Yeah. So I don't think that Bail didn't see Obi-Wan between episodes 3 and 4.
Yeah.
There has to be something like Bail is like, they're the Empire is smells something fishy, like this guy's helping Jedi, or this guy's helping the rebellion.
I think
this guy,
exactly. I think we're gonna see the beginning of the rebellion.
It could be that,
like being formed.
Yeah.
Too on Alderaan, like we could see that.
I could definitely see that because originally in the script for episode 3, Bail and Padme are part of.
I don't know why they took that out.
Well, maybe. I think George probably had a plan for that because they also show Leia forming the rebellion with Starkiller in Force Unleashed.
Oh really?
With other people, not just him, but like he's there for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is Bail there? Is Bail Organa there? Do you remember? I think he is.
Possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there, right?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, he's there.
Wow.
Forming the rebellion.
Okay, so like we've seen it.
We've seen it, and he's been there twice.
Yeah.
He's been there for the formation of the rebellion twice.
It gives you the little how it came to be the symbol.
Yeah, exactly.
The symbol for the.
Yeah. Exactly.
See how cool would that, and that would perfectly tie the prequels to the original trilogy, and that's what this show is. It's literally episode 3.5. It's smack dab in the middle.
We just need Starkiller to save us all. Okay.
Frickin' Silva with his
Star Killer. I just want Star Killer.
I hope it happens just so I can hear him screaming at the top of his lungs.
Yes.
When it happens.
Honestly, well, I mean, yeah, he's really cool. I do want to see him back.
That would be awesome.
But I don't know. We'll see. But for sure, I think this show is going to have something that ties in the formation of the rebellion or the rebellion in some way.
Yeah.
That way it'll tie in Bail Organa, and that way we can maybe see Obi-Wan go to Alderaan and to meet with him.
Yeah.
And that way we might see Leia, like young Leia.
Oh my! I am gonna ugly cry. Like
I just almost cried.
Like, because they're gonna play her theme. They're gonna play her theme. She's gonna be in white.
Yeah.
She's gonna like turn around and be like, yes. Yeah. And then we're gonna be like, oh my god.
She's also gonna be like 10 years old.
Yeah.
And like I can't like I
hope she's sassy.
I like almost choked up thinking about it right now. Like just picture Obi-Wan and Bail like walking down like one of the corridors of like his house or something. Yeah. And you just hear like they're talking, and in the middle of them talking, Bail just goes, Leia, come here. I want you to meet someone. And then her song starts playing, and we just throw up.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god, I'm literally gonna cry right now just thinking about it. Like,
no, yeah. See what I mean?
Dude,
no, I totally see it happening.
This show is gonna be so emotional. Like, even if we don't see Leia, but they just mention her.
Oh yeah.
Like, that is enough.
He just mentions her in Rogue One. He's like, I would trust her with my life, and I was like, oh. I was like. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, what's up?
Also, not to diverge that much, obviously I have to bring Starkiller every time. But on the second game, it even like fixes some stuff from the sequels because they cloned them out of nowhere. Palpatine, they cloned them out of nowhere. He's back. On the second game, they clone Starkiller.
Yeah.
And like
Force-sensitive clones.
Yeah, Force-sensitive clones. And they're like, okay, that makes sense. That show they were experimenting way beforehand.
Yeah.
So they did build up the technology to then that to happen. But without Starkiller, it's just out of the blue. Yeah.
Hey, Disney.
Yeah.
Hey, Disney.
You need Starkiller.
Yeah.
Right?
They also destroyed the cloning facilities, though, in Bad Batch.
You never know.
It could be someone. I mean,
okay, but
they didn't kill all the cloners.
Like, smuggled that technology off of.
Well, the Kaminoan that survived in Bad Batch, the one that like raised
Omega.
Omega. You know.
Yeah.
Did she survive? Yeah, she survived. Right?
I think the one.
Yeah. No, they didn't kill all the Kaminoans, is what I'm saying. So like and I'm sure Palpatine took some. Like, hey.
Well, if he was the one that made all the clones, he definitely has the technology to make all the clones.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. I don't want to go back to Kamino in the Kenobi show, honestly, because I also don't see how if they destroyed.
Yeah, it's like, why would he go back?
Like, there's no like I don't see the point in him going back there. Mm-hmm. We also don't know the narrative, so who knows? But I want to see Alderaan.
Like, even if it's just
we've never seen Alderaan.
Like a 20-minute like little part of the story, and it's just to show us this is Alderaan, this is the planet that gets blown up in A New Hope, this is where Leia is from.
Show us the faces of the people that get blown up.
This is where the rebellion like has its roots.
Exactly.
Like, it's a big part of the story.
And that could also be a reason why Tarkin, like, not that he needed a reason because he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
But another
his ex-girlfriend lives on Alderaan.
No. It's like, oh, it's not there. I'm gonna blow it up anyway.
Yeah.
No, but you know what I mean. What I'm trying to say is like, it could just be another reason why. Even if she gave him the information he wanted, he still blew it up because maybe he found out or knew about the rebellion being formed.
Yeah.
On Alderaan.
Yeah.
Like the Rebel Alliance forming on Alderaan.
They're trying to send a message not only to the galaxy that, oh, if we don't like you, we'll blow up your whole planet, but also like, don't get involved in the rebellion, because even if I know that you know something and you're not telling me, I'm still going to kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like it's how they control the galaxy.
Yeah, exactly. And Tarkin was petty.
Yeah.
Tarkin was petty. But you know what I mean? It's like I think there could be a lot of value in seeing Alderaan.
I think so too.
Because we've only ever seen it blowing up in the movies, and then the only time we ever see it outside of the movies where you can really see it is in the Old Republic MMO.
Yeah.
Because you can actually go to Alderaan and explore, and there's missions.
Is that still canon though?
It's not, but it should be.
Yeah.
Because it has nothing to do with.
But you know what I mean? Like, there's like so little about it in canon that like.
No, yeah.
It would make sense for them to.
Well, that's what that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's the only time we ever see it, and it's not canon.
Yeah.
But it should be canon.
Yeah.
It really should be, because you guys aren't touching the Old Republic anyway. The closest you've gotten is the High Republic, and it's still like centuries away from it. So it's just like, it's as easy as just going, all right, it's canon.
Yeah, like,
that's all. Yeah. And there's still, like, they just released a new expansion.
Yeah, and this sounds ridiculous, but like Star Wars doesn't post all of the Star Wars news.
Oh no,
like on the IG,
which
like,
is weird.
It's a big deal when they post something on the official page, and like honestly, I was surprised to see it on the official page. I was like, okay, like this is awesome. So,
and those cinematics like always break the internet.
Yeah,
they always
it's like
break
like a short film.
Exactly, and
really cool.
and Star Wars fans for years have been begging for like a full show with that animation, which, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, it would be too expensive. It was like, okay, you're talking to $1 billion corporation.
Yeah.
I don't care how expensive you think it is. First of all, it's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
You know, like just get the people that have been working on this game and these cinematics for like over a decade now.
Yeah.
Just get those people to write the story they've already written. It's already there. Imagine a freaking show with Malgus.
Yeah.
Or you know, a movie. Just make a film.
Yeah.
With that animation style, or short film. I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be like 2.5 hours.
Even if they just like merged all of the cinematic trailers together and like filled in the blanks, you know?
Yeah.
The gaps. Even if they did that, people would freak out, because imagine you're watching the movie and then it cuts to that part, that cinema, like the next scene is that cinematic that you've watched 500 times.
Yeah.
Of a game that you don't play.
Yeah.
You know, because not everyone plays the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Like, I play it, but I still don't play it how I would like. Like, I would have loved to have already beaten it, but there's a lot to do. So it's like, even if you play it, you don't, you know, you don't complete it. There's few who do, and if you do, if you're listening, props to you.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Like, I don't have that time though. I wish. I want to. I want to set aside that time.
Should bring it onto the Switch if they can do Old Republic.
There's a lot though. This game, it's beaten like the world record for like most dialogue in a game.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of like it's.
Wow.
It's one of the biggest games ever. Like big, not just like popular.
Big.
Not just like in popularity. I mean, like in actual
in
size.
Depth. Yeah.
It's a huge game. So I don't know. Like it's
huge.
I could see it like. I mean, they should just put it on console. Honestly, like kind of like Skyrim online, you know, or like Destiny. Like Destiny.
Yeah.
It's the same type of like, you know, just
cool.
Where you log in through the game. You don't have to download the whole game. It's just, you know.
It's like online.
It's just online. I don't know. I feel like they could do it, but it's too late. It's been like 15 years now or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm glad they're still continuing with it though.
No, yeah, me too. Cool. It's a really awesome storyline, a really fun game. I would love to see something like a show or a short film or whatever with that animation style. Even if it's not that animation style, make it live action. Who cares?
Yeah.
You know, like I want to see live action Malgus.
Whatever way you want to.
I want to see Satel Shan. I want to see, you know, all these characters from this era that we you know, but we'll see. Like, I'm not complaining in any way. Like, I'm just like, you know, you can easily make it canon. Just say it's canon. Like, just say it's canon.
Just do it. That's
all you have to do. Even Knights of the Old Republic. Well, we'll see, because they're doing the remake. But even with the Knights of the Old Republic, they could just be like, yeah, it's canon.
Yeah.
Because Revan is canon. Darth Bane is canon.
Yeah, so it's like, okay.
So it's like, okay, we know what's up. Like,
do it. Yeah.
Do it. Yeah. But we'll see. Anyway, we're talking about Alderaan. I think we have a good chance of seeing Alderaan in Kenobi. I think it could be really cool, because it's also one of those things kind of like Rogue One, where it's like, yeah, we knew what happened, but we never saw it.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, we know Alderaan is a planet, and it's there, and it's beautiful, apparently. Yeah. But whatever. We've never seen it.
Yeah.
So I think it could be really cool. I think we have a high chance of seeing that. I think Bale being in it is a really good sign of this show going in a really cool direction.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely see us getting young Luke, young Leia in the show, because if we don't see young Luke, then it's a waste of an opportunity.
Yeah,
because that's the entire point. That's the entire point of Obi-Wan being there. It's to watch over Luke.
Yeah.
To also train with Qui-Gon, which we will definitely see Qui-Gon, and if we don't, it's a waste of an opportunity.
Yeah.
When I say see, I mean like have him in the show to some capacity.
Yeah.
Because I know that you can't physically see him because he didn't finish his training or whatever.
Yeah, he can just hear
But
him.
he is there training Obi-Wan. That's how Episode 3 ends with Yoda going, you're going to go to Tatooine to exile, but you're also going to be training with your old master. And then Obi-Wan's like, Qui-Gon. And then yeah. Right? not not exactly, but you know.
It's not exactly how the movie ends, but you know.
Okay. I just really don't want to miss the time slot. I saw this image someone did. I should have gotten the artist or something, but I saw this one post and I thought it was so cute.
That's adorable. The me.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
That's adorable.
Oh my god.
I love him.
I love bringing in episode 3 content.
Yeah.
So
Deals in absolutes. I will do what I must. You will try. Wait! Just one thing. What? Why did you do all this? It's none of your business. Just tell me. Okay. Palpatine told me that I could save Padme. To save To save Padme! Oh my god!
Oh.
Get up. Oh, Anakin! I have failed you! I really have failed you! To save Padme! You killed her! No, Master. I mean, good lord, what are you still doing working under him? I'm sorry, Master. Fucking dumbass! You betrayed the Jedi Order! You literally started a genocide! And you killed younglings! Yeah, the younglings. Anakin, that's not funny, okay?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Face down, dead.
Oh, that's good. That's
I
good.
love it. Oh wait. Go back up. Sorry. Go back up above the TikTok I showed first. That. Oh my god. Did you see this?
Luke, so I was able to probe Grogu's mind, Force Ghost Anakin. Your Force abilities are really coming along. What did you see? Luke, clone troopers, Jedi Temple, ring a bell. Anakin like, oh. Yeah, that would have been an awkward conversation.
I just thought I thought it was hilarious. Like the way he's like.
Not my proudest moment.
Exactly. That's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
In charge of scheduling, I was. the look on his face, like, what? What's wrong with it?
Yeah, like that's how it should have come out.
All right. I think there was some. Oh, let's look at the Lego. Yeah, there. Go up. Did you see this?
I can't.
It's Boba's Palace.
Oh no, I
it's
didn't.
It's a Boba's Palace Lego set. They just announced it like right
Ooh.
before the.
You mean the guy's version of Boba's Playhouse?
Yes.
Boba's
Playhouse. But
that's cool.
No, yeah. It was.
Does it like close? Like does it like swing?
I think
close?
it opens. Yeah. So I think I sent multiple screenshots. I'm not sure. Can you check? Oh no, I didn't. It's just the back. There's like so many like there's like a lot of features. There's like
that's cool.
You know, stuff you can like
move around
and play with.
Interact with.
The throne comes out and it comes with Boba, Fennec, Bib Fortuna.
The ginormous gun. I can't.
Yeah.
It's literally like.
Okay, but
two of
her gun is actually enormous.
I know,
it's like
it just looks
long.
so funny as a Lego.
No, yeah, it's hilarious. I really want this set actually.
That's cool.
It's super. It's only $100.
Wow, I thought
you
thought it'd be more.
Like I'm saying only because
Also,
Lego is expensive.
Lego's expensive.
I called it, like, they weren't introducing us to Mando's new ship. It was literally just a new Lego set.
Yeah. Well, hey, are we mad?
Not at all.
I still want it.
Yeah, look at that.
I need it.
Pelly.
His N1.
The
So yeah, that's
BD.
really, really
He's
cool.
so tiny.
And so the BD apparently is actually a new mold.
Oh, cool.
They made a custom mold for the BD unit. Here, let's look at that. Yeah, look at that. So cute.
And the baby.
He's still smaller than the BD unit.
That's so cute.
But yeah.
I love
So
it.
a lot of people were like really upset with the Darksaber though, because they're like, okay, why don't you just make like it doesn't look like the Darksaber?
But it's Lego.
I know.
Like
I don't care.
Don't all Lego lightsabers look like that?
They do, but they're saying like because the Darksaber is so unique and like different. Apparently, there's like a Lego Ninjago like sword that looks more like a katana.
Okay, so they're
the
saying
blade,
like they have a mold.
Yeah, they're
for
saying
it,
like just repurpose these molds. You know.
Or
So
maybe
that's
with
what they're
like some
saying.
screen printing on the blade would have been cool.
Exactly.
Like
Look
some
at that.
crackling maybe.
No, the one underneath. Look at this. It's so cool. So it's like a little compartment that he can hide his jetpack in.
That's cool.
And you just like put the stuff in there. I mean, it's not a bounty, but it's a jetpack.
Dude, okay, I love Lego, but I'm always torn because I'm like, I'm usually not like when I buy like Star Wars merch, I usually don't care if I take it out of the packaging. Like depending on what it is, but like usually I don't care. Like I love Lego, but I want to build the set, but then it feels so wrong to take it out of the box.
Oh no, yeah. Well, like
So
look,
I'm like,
we also
oh my
we also don't have a lot of room right now. We've kind of maxed out our Lego
Our hoard.
display area and our other stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I'm at the same time, I'm like, if I don't build it, I
It's
can wait.
okay.
You know, it's fine. I do want to build
fun
them.
of Lego.
It is the fun of
building
Lego. Like, you know, once we have our like a house, we're definitely gonna, you know, there's gonna be an area dedicated to Legos, because there's so many sets that we need to make. But no, I feel you 100%. It's like that bittersweet.
Yeah.
But at least you have it. Honestly, it's like as long as you have it, you can build it.
I think as long as you have all the pieces, it's fine. But if you like took it out of the box, built it, and then lost like a quarter of it, then it's like,
bruh, we had a
worst.
nanny. We had a nanny when I was little, and it was my dad got me the Lego Star Destroyer set.
Whoa.
And it, like the Star Destroyer from like the complete saga.
Yeah.
Right. I forget the number, but it's like literally the one that you see in the Lego Star Wars game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I literally I spent maybe a week, right? A week building
every day
the Lego
school.
Star Destroyer on like the floor of my room. Yeah. Right? Where I thought I was safe. Where I thought was
where I thought I was respected.
Yeah. In my space, right? And then so like after like a week I left, and it was like I think the only thing I still needed to build
was it giant?
In like the size of this table.
Okay, yeah, it was huge.
And the only thing I needed to build, the only thing left to build was the bridge.
Okay.
Right? This still hurts. Oh, bro.
The silence says it all.
Yeah.
It still hurts. I left it on the floor like every other day.
Yeah.
That it was there. And before that, it was in pieces, right?
Yeah.
At least this time it was like pretty much built.
Yeah.
So I come back home.
Oh no.
And our nanny had put it back in the box. And not just put it back in the box.
Would not have fit at all in the box because it came in a million pieces.
She put it back in the box.
Oh god.
And because she was like cleaning the room, I guess.
She's like, I need a vacuum, so I'm gonna shove this back in here.
So she put it back in the box, and then she stacked like 10 things on top of this box.
That is a tragedy.
It was the rudest thing. And
that is a tragedy.
I was so upset. I was so upset.
No.
I was so upset.
That's like earth-shattering when you're like 8 years old.
And I was like, are you kidding me? I spent like a week. I wasn't even done.
Yeah, you didn't even get the satisfaction of finishing it. And then, yeah.
No, yeah. Like, I didn't even get the satisfaction
of completing
it.
No.
And I was like, I was so upset that I still haven't touched it.
Oh my God.
I still haven't touched it. I still look at it and I'm like,
I will remember you.
That plays in my head every time I walk by the box, because we have it. We still have it. The only thing I don't know is if I still have all the pieces, because it was shattered.
Yeah.
Like shattered, because she didn't just put it in the box. She like stuck all these things on top of it.
Can't you buy like the individual pieces?
You can, but you know how annoying that is.
But then you would have to like. Yeah, you'd have to like
but I also have
deconstruct
to,
it and then
exactly.
figure out which ones
like
are missing.
It's like,
yeah, that'd be a nightmare.
It's like 3/4 of the way built. So it's like all these things broke off. And so it's like I don't even know if I have all the pieces anymore.
Sad.
It broke my heart. Like, I'm still traumatized by this event. And this was the same nanny, and like oh my God, I hate it. This is the same nanny. You know what else she did? I had these Darth Maul figures signed.
Yeah.
Signed by Ray Park.
Oh no.
The audacity. I don't even know why she did this. She opened them. And she opened them.
She took them out of the packaging and threw the packaging away.
Threw the packaging away. And then
and they weren't like out, right? Like, weren't they in a cabinet?
Were like, yeah. It was the weirdest thing. I still don't know why she did it. And like
you must have pissed her off.
Well, I was a great kid. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just gonna.
Yeah. Anyway, so she does that, and luckily, I found out she did that like as soon as I came back from school.
Dumpster diving.
I didn't go dumpster diving. She went dumpster diving, because okay, look, this was after no, like no one's gonna shame me for being a brat this time, because that was totally acceptable reaction.
That was,
why the hell would you open these figures that are signed in gold Sharpie, like you could see the signature? No, I was really mad. I was also like 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
Yeah.
She freaking did this. So I came back home after school, and I saw that she did this. And I, like, first of all, I didn't know what happened. So like I wasn't like and I went to go tattle. I like was like, I thought it was my mom or something that did it.
Yeah, you're like,
did you? And she's like, no. And like, and then she asked my dad, and he's like, no, why would I do that? And then we found out it was her. And like, it wasn't like a big deal, because my parents weren't gonna like yell at her over this, but I was really upset. Yeah. So like they're like, can you go get the boxes? And they were in the trash, so she had to go
through the trash.
Dig through the trash.
Were you able to like tape them back together? Like, could you salvage it or not really?
I'll show you.
Yeah, you can tell that they're open.
You can tell one of them at least. My mom is really good. Okay, I probably shouldn't say this, but my mom, when she used to live in TJ, she used to make fake IDs.
Oh my God.
Like by hand. For kids.
Yeah.
Like when she was in high school. You know, like when she was in high school. Yeah. She's an artist. You know, she knows how to BS. So she used to like, she's like, oh yeah, just, you know, as long as you find me like an ID of someone that, like an expired ID or something from someone you know or whatever.
Yeah, I can like alter it.
I can alter it and make it look like. So she was very handy with, you know, making things look real.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Not in the U.S.
Yeah.
Let's just make that very clear. She didn't do this in the U.S. or anytime recently. But she did this, right?
Yeah.
So she was really good at like pretty much gluing the blister pack back together.
Okay.
And so like it was like 3 different figures, 2 of them look brand new. It doesn't even look. Then the other one, my favorite one, it's like Darth Maul and his apprentice
cloak.
Not a cloak. It's like training gear that you don't see him in the movie. It's like it's from like concept art.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's the coolest figure, and he signed it. And that's the one that's all beat up and like it looks like.
That sucks.
But yeah.
I'm so sorry. Big rip.
Anyway,
big rip for that figure. But.
Yeah, big rip. But it's still there. The blister pack is just beat up. It's signed.
Yeah.
But it's funny. It makes it for a good story, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I laugh about it now because like, why would you do that? Like, what the hell?
You want to interview your nanny,
Yeah, we'll get her on the next episode and get the full cheese make.
Totally.
This is only half of the story. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. So anyway, all right. Okay. No. Yeah. I think that's all the time we have for this episode. Even though like there's so much more I want to talk about, but we got to save some stuff for the next episode.
Yes.
All right. Is there anything else you wanted to touch on?
I don't think so. I mean, I could talk about Star Wars all day.
No.
But
remaining.
I think
thoughts?
we can end here.
Okay. All right. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for making it through episode 6 of the Punch It Chewie podcast.
Woo.
We always have fun recording these, and we hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for making it all the way here. If you want to check us out on any of our social media links, please check the description below for all those links. We also have our Patreon and our shop. Links are also down below. If there's anything that you would like us to watch during the podcast or talk about during the podcast, please be sure to email us, send us whatever you'd like. We'd love to check it out. We'd love to feature it on the show. Just go ahead and send it to punchitchewiepodcast@gmail.com. It should be right here, right below. And if it's not, it'll definitely be in the description. Mm-hmm. But yeah, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week. And may the force be with you.
Bye.
Bye.